the only thing you can do is be with what is. But for most people, that is not a very helpful sentence, because we want something else. We want something more. We're not content with what we have right now. We want something different. And that is creating a lot of suffering. That constant craving for something else, wanting something else, discontent with what we have, that is creating a lot of suffering. It might also be that we have everything we want, but then we're afraid of losing it. So we crave more safety around us to keep what we have. And the problem with that is that we become disconnected to what is. Because when you're with what is, when you are in the observer, when you are authentic, everything that is, no matter what it is okay. Nothing is missing and nothing needs to happen. Everything is okay. And you can find contentment in what is. Now, when I say that, normally people go like, well, how can I find contentment in life when there's war going on and trafficking and violence and how can I be content in life? Why should I not wish for something else or something more or something better for the world? That makes no sense. But the thing is that, of course you can wish for something else. Of course you can wish for no people on the planet experiencing war. Of course you can wish for trafficking to end and everybody being kind to one another. It's completely fine to wish for. But as long as you don't find contentment in what is right now, then you will create more suffering for yourself. And then you might say, but how can I be content when there's war in the world? Well, it's actually something which in Buddhism is talked about as emptiness is form and form is emptiness. That right now, where you sit right now, there's no war. So there is the form that you have where you're sitting right now is empty from the war. You know that the war is happening. You know the wars are happening a lot of different places, not only in Ukraine, but a lot of different places in the world right now. You know that genocide is happening a lot of different places in the world, but right now it's not happening. Just like right now you're probably not eating a strawberry, and right now you're not having a conversation with anybody, and right now a lot of things that might happen is not happening. And when your mind moves from where you are right now to other places, then those other places are happening in your mind, and those other places are creating suffering in your mind, in you. And then you might say, well, that would be unrealistic to view the world like that, and just sitting here and being okay with everything that is. And I'm not talking about condoning war or condoning trafficking or condoning anything of that. I'm not talking about that at all. Of course, it's not brilliant to have wars and trafficking. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that in you right now, there's no war. Even if you're sitting in Ukraine, right now, in you, there's no war. There might have been bombings yesterday, there might be bombings later today, but right now, there's no bombings. And that is where you find the peace. And then you say, well, that's completely unrealistic. We need to be realistic about this. And then I would ask, well, are you? Are you realistic? I mean, realistic and pessimistic is not the same thing. Right now in you, there's calm. You can find that calm in you right now. Right now, there's nothing terrible happening. There might be terrible things happening in 5 minutes, but right now, there's not. And I think that if you can, it's okay to wish for other things, and it's okay to hope for other things, as long as you're aware that by wishing and hoping, it has an undertone of discontentment with what is. For example, wishing things for Christmas. You only wish for things because you have an undertone of discontentment with what you already have. But I would like a new pair of shoes. Well, you already have shoes. Are you sure that that discontentment is not tipping into consumerism, for example? And that undertone of discontentment that we have is creating so much suffering in our lives, where you can actually, with stillness, simplicity, and contentment, you can actually right now find contentment in what is right now. Right now, every single inhale is different. Every single exhale is different. Right now, you are sitting here listening to me, and nothing else is happening. And in that, you can find contentment. You can find stillness and simplicity. So yeah. So being with what is, nothing is missing and nothing needs to happen, and everything is exactly as it is supposed to be. Yeah. Have a lovely day.